This is my home. This is my kitchen. This is my family. Tilly. Jack. Holly. Megan. And of course, my wife Tana.
You may think you're the busiest person in the world, but over this series, I'm going to prove it's still possible to cook stunning food at home. My rules are simple. Home cooking has to be easy. It's got to be fast. It's got to be delicious. So, if you think you can't cook amazing food at home, think again. These are the only recipes you'll ever need.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Today, I'm taking my cue from Italy, a country that takes home cooking, family and fresh, vibrant flavours extremely seriously. The Italians are brilliant at using good food to bring people together. As well as being delicious, today's dishes are also really quick and easy to make, leaving you more time to sit down and enjoy them with your friends and family. First up, in my ultimate Italian food,
a deliciously tasty breakfast of fennel sausage frittata.
It's light, fluffy, and it smells incredible.
Next, a lunch to whisk you away to Italy in the first forkful. Grilled sardines with Gremolata and Orzo pasta salad.
Fresh, clean, almost as if we're sat on the Amalfi Coast.
And as boys join forces, as Jack helps me cook an incredible dinner with dishes from the length and breadth of Italy. A starter from the south, quick fig jam crostini with creamy burrata. From the north, a hearty, slow-cooked beef cheek ragu with pappardelle.
Why don't you cook this for your girlfriend one day? Just tell her where you got the recipe from, will you? Promise?
Promise.
Rounding off with a Tuscan-inspired dessert, luxurious espresso panna cotta with cinnamon hazelnut brittle.
Maggie, how is it, darling?
It's so tasty.
Follow these ultimate recipes and you too can embrace breakfast, lunch and dinner the passionate Italian way. Starting with breakfast, a fennel sausage frittata.
The exciting thing about frittata is the fact there's no set recipe, because it's basically eggs or whatever else you have left. For me, the secret of a good frittata is in the sausage. Nice hot pan, onions in. Generous on the onions. Heat, nice and high. Season. Fennel seeds to give the onions a really nice flavour. Everyone's used to cooking sausages whole, but it's a really nice way of using them, take them out of their thin skin. And what we're going to do is crumple all that wonderful, spicy fennel sausage into the onions. It's going to release all that flavour a lot quicker. Really important to keep that gas nice and high. And the longer you caramelise the sausage, the more flavour you're going to gain. 6 whole eggs. Give your eggs a really good mix. Flat leaf parsley, a staple in Italian cooking. Chop it, quite rough. Some parmesan. It gives a really nice seasoning. Fresh pepper, and a little touch of salt. And then get it in there. Run your fork through it, so when you slice it, no one's complaining they've got less sausage. I'm gonna make it even more Italian by topping it with some buffalo mozzarella. Dry it, and then slice it nice and thinly. Twist it. Mozzarella in. And then finally, finish it with that Parmesan cheese. Get the top just as tasty as it is at the bottom.
My frittata needs 3.5 to 4 minutes under a red-hot grill. To achieve the best results, always ensure your oven or grill are preheated to the perfect temperature.
She's ready. This is the thing I love about Italian cooking. It's about sharing, but always focusing on the ingredients. Look at that. I mean, it's incredible. A little shake of the pan to make sure it comes out, and then spatula underneath, and just leave it. It's light, fluffy, and it smells incredible. And that, for me, is a dream come true. It's amazing how far you can take 6 eggs and 2 sausages. Wow.
Spicy fennel sausage frittata, my ultimate Italian breakfast.
It's a cracking start to the day. Italian food puts a premium on fantastic ingredients cooked simply. Here's a bit of help on what to look for when you're buying some of the key ingredients for today's lunch and dinner.
For dinner tonight, I'll be cooking value for money beef cheek. This large, meaty muscle can cost as little as £2 a pop from your local butcher. But the rewards of cooking it with a little love and patience are bountiful. Flash fried, the meat from this hard-working muscle is very tough, but slow braising will transform it into forkfuls of melt-in-your-mouth deliciousness. I'll be using this cheeky cut for a deliciously cheap Italian dinner that will feed a whole family. Burrata, one of Italy's most recent cheesy exports, was invented back in the 1920s from a need to make use of the little scraps of mozzarella left in the cheese-making vat. These shreds are mixed with cream and encased in a hand-spun mozzarella pouch. This luxurious, rich Pugilan delicacy is now becoming more popular in our supermarkets. If I had to choose one herb synonymous with Italy, this would be it. Basil. The perfect partner for tomato-based dishes, or pounded with parmesan and pine nuts for a delicious pesto. Basil's soft, silky, aromatic leaves will bring a taste of the Mediterranean to any dish they touch. And I'll be using it in my ultimate Italian lunch.
In much of Italy, lunch is traditionally seen as the most important meal of the day. And for a food-obsessed nation, that's really saying something. Whenever or whatever Italians cook, they always put a premium on straightforward, fresh food prepared simply. That's why Italian food is so brilliant for the home cook.
For my ultimate Italian lunch, I'm cooking scrummy sardines topped with a fragrant Gremolata dressing. But first, a deliciously fresh Orzo pasta salad.
This is one of the hidden delicacies of Italian pasta, Orzo. Because 90% of the time, it's always hidden in a soup or broth or minestrone. And it looks like large grains of rice. But once they absorb that water, they double in size. It's a pasta that needs a lot of help. Season it nicely, pinch of salt, and splash of extra virgin olive oil, fresh bay leaf, into the boiling water. And that bay leaf really helps to flavour the pasta. Give it a little pan, a turn left and right. That stops any pasta sticking to the bottom. And the secret behind cooking any pasta is having a nice, gentle, rolling boil. You just have the gas up where the outside of the pan is just rolling, and all that orzo is tumbling over each other gently. Boiling pasta rapidly tends to destroy the outside texture. It doesn't take the marinade or the vinaigrette or the sauce. For the dressing, parmesan, twist of fresh pepper, the zest of the lemon. Squeeze your lemon in there through your fingers to catch all those seeds. Bring that together with some extra virgin olive oil. Pine nuts taste delicious. Toasting them just elevates them.
After 8 minutes, my orzo is perfectly al dente.
Drain it, a little bit of cold water through it, slows the cooking process down, but stops it from going mushy. It's the size of pumpkin seeds now.
A drizzle of olive oil and into the vinaigrette whilst it's still warm.
Just above room temperature. Because the warmer the pasta, the more it absorbs the vinaigrette. And now, some texture. Roquette, not finely chopped. And the fresh basil as well. Roll them up like a big fat cigar. Slice in half, and then chop the basil. For a crunch, just sprinkle the toasted pine nuts. It looks like a plate of jewels. Glistens. It's a delicious, very fragrant orzo pasta salad. Now for the sardines. Incredibly healthy and absolutely delicious grilled. Never ever be intimidated on looking for fresh fish. It's about the condition of the fish. Bright eyes, fresh gills, nice bright red interior, and the firmness of the flesh. Almost you could stand the fish up on its own. It needs to be that fresh. The best way to get flavour into a sardine is to grill it. Light seasoning, olive oil, and just roll the seasoning around. Get your rosemary, peel off a few of the little shards at the end so it's a little bit sharp. Push the rosemary in, almost like you're threading. Makes them so much more flavoursome. Never be scared of those fine little bones. I remember growing up with sardines, tin sardines. You didn't turn your nose up at the bone. Once the griddle pan starts to smoke, lightly drizzle, and then sardines on. 2.5 to 3 minutes each side. Now for the Gremolata. A vinaigrette that sits beautifully well on the sardines. Fresh leaf parsley, just run the knife once. Nothing worse when you over-chop parsley and all that delicious flavours left on the board. The zest and juice of an orange and a lemon. Just going to turn them now. Gremolata's about fragrance, natural flavours. Brilliant for grilled meats as well. A little touch of salt and pepper. And then olive oil, just to bring it together. The garlic, I almost want to be like a secret weapon in there. Grate it. Bring that together. You've got a very fresh, clean Gremolata. Almost if we're sat on the Amalfi Coast. Off. And then whilst the sardines are still nice and warm, just thinly coat the Gremolata. I'd like the parsley and the garlic to sit on top, and that citrus from the lemon and the orange to sort of dive underneath. You can see why Italian cuisine rides on the freshest and the simplest execution. They allow their ingredients to become the hero, not the chef. Orzo salad with stunning grilled sardines.
Wherever you eat this dish, it will fill your senses with the sun and the sea of the Mediterranean. Delicious. Next, us Ramsay boys club together to cook a 3-course Italian dinner. Pappardelle with a sumptuous slow-cooked beef ragu made with lots of cheek. A fast and fruity fig jam crostini. And a classic Italian dessert to die for.
Oh my gosh.
Your sisters are going to love you even more now, you know that. One of the things I really admire about the Italian approach to food is not just how they cook, but how they eat and enjoy food too. It's very, very relaxed, and it's all about sharing great food with friends and family. Our home life is pretty hectic, so when we're all at home together, we try and have a bit of Italian spirit at mealtime.
Cheers.
Cheers now. Right, my ultimate Italian dinner.
This is one of the kids' favourites, and I've got Jack helping me in the kitchen. We're hoping to wow the family with an amazing quick fig jam crostini with creamy burrata and a hearty main of beef cheek ragu with pappardelle.
Beef cheeks. Just think the size of your little cheeks, yeah? Imagine the size of a cow with them. And the cheek is right underneath here, yeah? I want you to give them a really nice season with salt and pepper on there, please. So, beef cheeks, very cheap. A cut that takes sort of a long time to cook.
Yeah.
But give it a bit of love, let it cook in the oven. It comes out like a dream. A little touch of oil in the pan. What we want to do is get them really nicely coloured.
Seared.
Seared into the pan.
Oh, cool.
Lay away. See what that is? Sitting at the dock of the
The beach.
bay.
Bay.
Beach! And then I want the onion chunky, because we're going to cook it for like 3.5 hours. So you go down, 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 and then again there and there. So it doesn't overcook. So a really good colour on the cheeks, like that.
So how do you cook these at restaurants if they take so long?
They go in the oven, literally 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. 3.5, 4 hours to be ready for lunch. And the longer you leave them in their juices and the cooking liquor, the better. 3 nice cloves of garlic. Good. Onions in and garlic in, please. Nice. Where's your baby?
There it is.
Nice. Good. Get those onions and that garlic really nicely coloured. Put the cheeks back in, please. Right, red wine in.
Sure.
OK, the red wine is going to deglaze the pan. So deglaze will basically sort of rinse all that flavour off the bottom of the pan.
Yeah.
OK, because that's going to make the most amazing sauce. Now, you could use tomato puree, but chopped canned tomatoes, it'll make a much better sauce. I'm going to top that with some stock. So the secret of braising is having little of the meat exposed and 90% of it submerged. See them now?
Yeah.
They're like little crocodile heads popping up out of the water. Turn the gas off and leave the lid just off at the end there. If we had to cover it completely, the steam hits the top of the lid and all that water comes running back down.
Like it's solar still.
That's right. In the oven, 140, 150, for about 3.5 to 4 hours. Good job. Boom.
For pudding, I'm making one of my absolute favourite Italian desserts, Panna Cotta, with that quintessentially Italian flavouring, Espresso. Start by immersing 2 leaves of gelatine in cold water and leave to soak. Into a small saucepan, add caster sugar, cream, milk, sugar, and a shot of good strong coffee. Gently bring to a simmer and remove from the hob. Squeeze out the soaked gelatine leaves and stir into the hot cream until completely dissolved. Pour your cream mixture into a jug and fill your moulds just short of the rim. Rinsing your moulds in cold water before filling will make it easier to get your panna cotta out once it's set. Leave in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours or overnight. To make your cinnamon hazelnut brittle, pour caster sugar into a pan and cook over a medium heat until the sugar melts to a deep golden brown. Scatter toasted hazelnuts into the caramel. Dust with ground cinnamon and leave to set at room temperature. When your panna cotta is firm, giving each mould a quick dip into boiling water should ensure a perfect stress-free exit onto the plate. Dressed with a shard of crunchy hazelnut brittle, nothing could be so deliciously elegant.
Right, Captain Jack, quick run through. Panna cottas are nearly set. Beef cheeks are nearly cooked. We're going to now do the fig and burrata crostini.
Oh.
OK? To take the figs, we're going to make a nice, slightly spicy fig jam. Take off the tops.
Yeah.
In half, and each half into 3. Sugar, a touch of salt in there. OK? We're making a jam, but we don't want it to be too sweet. And then these little babies. What are they? What's the shape?
Stars. Star-anise.
Sardines, taken from the aniseed plant.
Yeah.
And when you dry them like that, so intensifies the flavour. Really important to count how many we put in there, OK?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they're just there for flavour and then take them out?
That's right. Secret here is to get that caramel going.
So when I hear of jam, I don't think of caramel.
No, but this is a very fast jam. Caramel's starting to colour. I want you very carefully to drop the figs in there. Good. So the juice out of the figs is starting to break down the caramel. You know what that is? Balsamic vinegar.
Love that on my salad.
Got that sort of sweet and sour flavour. Leave that cooking for 3 or 4 minutes. Now let's slice our ciabatta.
In Italian, crostini means little bits of toast, but it can be made out of leftover baguette, sourdough, or any crusty, open-textured bread. We're staying authentically Italian with ciabatta.
Season them and then drizzle a little touch of olive oil on there. Both sides, really important because we're going to grill the bread. Push it down. Got some lovely
Very
taste.
lovely.
Take it off.
With the ciabatta toasted, we need to carefully extract the star anise pods from our piping hot fig jam.
Right, Jack, we got one little bugger to find.
Oh, no.
Go.
Is it there?
Yes, it is. Right. Now we've got the green light to crush. So all the skin's disintegrated in that caramel.
That looks so nice.
While Jack carefully spreads the crostini with our hot fig jam, I can unveil the last element to our starter, the creamy Italian speciality, burrata.
Our little money bags.
Looking delicious. This looks fun.
Doesn't it?
We need to season them lightly, drizzle over a little olive oil, and dust them with lemon zest.
Can you imagine that? Sat there, and you tear some of that off and you stick it on top of that, and
Back to the main course. To match our hearty beef cheeks, I've chosen to use pappardelle.
Rule number 1 when cooking pasta,
Salt in first.
salt in first, good. Olive oil in, pasta in. Twist it round so you don't break it.
Nice.
Bring that back up the boil. That's going to take about 3 or 4 minutes. Flat leaf parsley. Scrunch it up for me
Yep.
and chop it. Now, wait to see these
wow.
beef cheeks. Beauties. Look at them.
They're really
Look,
soft.
they're
Oh,
really
they're
soft.
tiny.
I want you to taste.
They're so good.
Oh, Jack, you've just dribbled on your jumper. Joking.
Seriously?
Really? Right, drain the pasta. Salt, pepper, the pasta. Little drizzle of olive oil. And I want you to put your fresh parsley,
Nicely chopped.
nicely chopped, in. This is the magic bit, okay? You take a little ladle of the juice, put that at the bottom, and you put the pasta on top of that sauce. Ooh.
Whoa.
Honestly,
Oh my gosh.
your sisters are gonna love you even more now, you know that? What about when you cook this for your girlfriend one day? Just tell her where you got the recipe from, will you? Promise?
Promise.
I don't want you stealing Daddy's thunder. 1, beautiful jaw on there. 2, beautiful jaws on there. And then the 3rd jaw. And then you go over with the sauce. How cool is that?
Delicious.
You've got the burrata, and I've got the cheeks. Let's go, baby.
Can't stop you.
Don't be cheeky. Get it?
My ultimate Italian dinner. Quick fig jam crostini with creamy burrata. A main course of slow-cooked beef cheek ragu with pappardelle. And for pudding, espresso panna cotta with cinnamon hazelnut brittle. A stunning meal to bring the whole family together in the best Italian tradition.
Tilly, Meg.
We got some cheeks for you. Who would like one of these?
Cut them in half.
Money back. Money back.
Money back, thank you.
Oh,
Rip this open.
Yeah, no, cool. How creamy is that? Touch more cheek, Jack, please.
oh yes, please. Please.
Of course you can. Maggie, how is it, darling?
It's so tasty, thanks, Daddy.
Tilly, what's your favourite part?
I really like the cheeks.
Come on.
Not funny.
It's when somebody grabs the other cheek, start worrying.
What, the right one?
The bounty.
The bum cheek.
To collect selected recipes from the show, go to my scrapbook at channel4.com/Gordon. Next, it's party time in the Ramsay household.
Ladies, let's go. The pork is ready.
I'll be showing you the party tricks you need to guarantee your bash
Butts away.
goes with a bang.
Oh, wait.